Anything. I don't know what was going wrong, but just everything's disconnected. Camera wasn't working. You know how it is. I have been playing a whole bunch of Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's a fantastic game. And I was playing that today. I went and played a little bit of Sonic Mania, and also obviously a little bit of Ultra Street Fighter 2. And then I realized I got on Facebook and saw in the Splatoon 2 community that I'm in, everyone talking about what team they're on and what rank they were, and I realized the Splatfest has started, so we gotta play it. As you can see, look at all my friends. Oh, my soundbar bugs out every once in a while. I just have to turn it off and turn it back on again. It's all crackly like that. Look at all the friends playing. There's Wheelie and Mario and Rabbids still. Quantum, Preston, Coops, Mario Fan, Sheenus. Mel was playing. Mel probably got the Flight Queen. I'd say Flight Queen because she's always the opposite of whatever I am. It's just natural. And I'm not just talking about Splatoon. I'm talking about like everything in life. I think the only thing we agree on is that Kirby is cool. And that is it. But anyways, Splatoon 2. I think I'm in the voice chat room, but I don't have my headphones plugged in. I need to get them plugged in if I see someone pop in, though. I should probably not slouch. Still kind of slouching. Nice. You don't mind if I drink this giant drink while I play, do you? Because no one's watching. Oh goodness. They're off the hook. Woo. Alright, let's make sure I got some good gear going on here. I'm not sure gear is all that important because I'm probably going to suck anyway. All this stuff kind of just needs to be leveled up. I still haven't even maxed out the clothing. So, we're just going to go with that. And I'm going to hope... Hey! E-gear. I am late to the Splatfest as far as I'm concerned. See, I'm an invisibility fanboy. I don't know how my voice is clipping or not. But, late to the game. So I'm going to go, play. If you got Switch and Splatoon 2 and you have me on your friends list, I'm team invincibility, which means I think 3 times in a row so far I have been on Marina's team. I don't know. You mean tap? You mean up on the stick? Because I don't think I typically use up on the stick very much. But oh look, I can't join anybody. That's weird. They must be all higher ranks than me. Getting new mains. Yeah. I can totally see myself turning off tap jump, but you know, I've said before on the stream, I hate being I hate the fact that competitive play, and I think it might be unavoidable. It's just a facet of competitive play, but I hate that it kind of limits you to certain characters because of tiers of characters and stuff. And that's, I mean, in Melee, I used to play Falco, and I don't know. I mean, I think I still tried to play Falco in Brawl, but I sucked, and I think everyone sucked in Brawl. I don't think there was. I think when you play Brawl, you just kind of, you know, it's not that Brawl is worse than Melee. I actually like the feel. I like the feel of Brawl more than I like Melee. It's just you're slow in Brawl, and it's just, you know, you're not gonna be as good as you were before in the faster game. Even if the physics make more sense in Brawl than they do in Melee. But I was never out. I played a lot of Brawl, a lot more Brawl than, I don't think I played about as much Brawl as I played in Melee. And I'm just playing an all-around, generally less Smash for Wii U and 3DS because of well, lack of local friends that play it with me anymore. Whoa. Whoa! Where is everybody? I can't see anyone. Anyways. But yeah, that's basically why when Smash for Wii U and 3DS came out, I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna play as a character I just like from the Nintendo universe. And so I really like playing Metroid games. I like Samus Aran. I think she's cool. So, and both of them. I mean, Samus and Zero Suit Samus. I jump back and forth between them a lot. And then I pick, you know, DDD and other characters like that. I really don't try to limit myself very much. There are certain characters I just really don't like to play as, like Villager. But that's really just, you know, fighting style preference. Well, at least I'm killing people this round. We may still lose, though. There we go. Where is the people? Are we getting stuff inked here? This is how I ink quickly. Ugh. Hoppers. Yeah. I mean, I have screwed myself up with the tap before. I like accidentally like trying to do an up tilt move, right? In the air, but because I'm ADHD and I get really excited, I press too far on the move when I'm doing the up tilt, and I trigger a jump when I don't mean to, and I'm trying to actually get back to the stage, and I lose a jump. I kill a jump and I fall off the stage, and I realized, you know, that was doing me in. I was killing myself more than they were killing me, and so I very early on. That was like early on stuff like Melee. That I was like, I need to stop doing this tap jump thing. Zero Samus's top tier now? See, that's probably true. I haven't really been keeping up with the updates. I used to know some combos with her, and then they completely left my memory. I get back in. I played Smash with 3DS a couple days back. I could always do it tonight. I would want to get to the max rank on this Splatfest, just so I can get the maximum amount of super sea snails in here. I said I don't keep up with the competitive scene though, so I don't know who Nairo is. Or Nero? Nero? I mean, I know the old ones. Mewtwo King. Huggy Bear. And who can forget Kin? It's partially because of Kin. Oh man, that I don't have like a Smash Brothers handle. I thought if capital letters Kin was good enough for the, like, at the time, the top Smash player in the world in Melee, why can't capital letters Heath be good enough for me? And so I just did that. I kept it that way. I guess hoping that some mystic superstition, woogala boogala, you know, magic would wear off on me from doing that. A little bit of the energy and skill of Kin would be transposed onto Heath from having that tag, but no, never worked out that way. Although I always thought I did, because I only ever played my friends locally, and I was one of the better players amongst my friends. And then I start streaming with you guys, and everyone comes and kicks my ass. I'm like, damn. Oh, we took 0 out? Damn. I just got a bling on Facebook. Let me check my phone real quick. That's Sean. I don't even know what that bell is. User ring. Bing, bing, bing. I think it's an app I have. Okay. Did you have a Wii U, Igor? I asked that because I was going to ask if you played Splatoon 1 any. Whoa, where did that dude come from? Yeah, when I was in here playing with a couple of guys the other evening, playing Smash for 3DS, and they told me that other streamers had a bot system set up to pick people who got to play with them. Oh, come on. Show yourself. I don't want to send them. I see. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought I had a grenade. Yeah. I thought about firing up Splatoon 1 again on Wii U just to compare. Oh, yeah, see, Mel, I was talking about you when I first started up the stream because I went and checked my friends list and saw that you had like you were on 25 minutes ago and were no longer. I went, she's been playing all day till she got to, and then I sit there and pause and went, Flight Queen, and I went and I said to the stream, I have no clue what team she's on, but I just know Mel, and I know that if I'm on Team Invisibility, it basically means she's on Team Flight, and it's not because we engineer it that way. It's just because that Mel and I, for some reason, the only thing we agree upon in life is that Kirby is cool, and everything else it's like is we just pick the opposite things. And I just knew you'd be on Team Flight, and here you are, Flight Queen. Yeah. You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid that it's going to be a repeat of last Splatfest, and like invisibility will be way more popular, but Flight is going to have all the best players, and we're just going to get overrun again. Ooh! I hate when those stupid shields block my charge shots because I land them so rarely these days. Yay! We won! I like Kirby. What are you talking about? I don't think he's mid-tier. I feel like not Sakamoto. Sakamoto's in charge of Metroid. Sakurai. Kind of makes sure that the characters that he's put in charge of, from Pit to Palutena to DDD to Kirby, are all pretty good. Now Palutena is probably the weakest of all of those. You know, I have it on my phone, and I do play it, but I don't play it. I haven't played it in a long while, so I need to get back into it. I've been playing Fire Emblem Echoes pretty much non-stop. Like, if I'm not over here streaming, if you guys have noticed, it's not very often. I have the Switch Mobile, like downstairs or something, or like on the toilet or something, playing Mario and Rabbids right now, or playing Fire Emblem Echoes still. Because I put it on casual, I put it on hard, and it's almost impossible to get like XP to level up characters. And for some reason, I have like it's that. Okay, remember when I told you, Mel, about the whole like, I'm afraid to get into Animal Crossing New Leaf because I know that there's a collector streak in me, and that game might be the end of me. With Fire Emblem games, it tends to be I have to rank up everyone to max rank. Like that's my collection bug. I must collect them and then get them to max, even if I'm not at the end of the game or anywhere near it. And so I play a lot of the DLC where you get your XP easily and basically grind. But yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot. Oh, ooh. Now I feel like, oh, Crom being, oh, whatever. What game is Hector from? I don't remember a Hector. Oh! How did you survive this? Person with crazy gothic numerals? He's from the... Okay, so that's Fire Emblem. Which would be... Was it Binding Blade or Blazing Blade? Those are actually both different games. Binding Blade and Blazing Blade. I can't keep them straight in my head. Woo! I'm talking to y'all, I'm doing terrible. Uh-oh. Well, you know what that means then? That means that I would probably hate Hector. I mean, it just depends. I would like to be optimistic and hope that we like something else other than Kirby together for a change, but I'm just not. I'm just not. Oh my goodness. I'm getting my ass shut off. That's what I'm doing. Splatted off. Ooh. Okay, you guys didn't handle that person? This person's like invincible. I can't even say what they are, because they just have symbols for a name. But that was domination. Well, yeah, I mean... So when you say Fire Emblem, you're talking about the US one, you're talking about the Game Boy Advance game. But it released in Japan as... with a subtitle, right? It was Blazing Blade or Binding Blade. I can't remember which one it is now. I'm going to put it up my phone. And it's usually this sort of thing that I ask Google about, so I don't have to type it in my phone. Okay, Google. What was the Japanese name for the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem game?
According to Wikipedia, one large category of family names can be categorized as two names.
No,
Kanji, meaning wisteria, has the oniomi too. Many Japanese people have surnames that include this kanji as the second.
Okay, Google. Shut up. Damn. That's not what I asked. What was the Japanese title of the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem game?
Alternately translated as the Sword of Seals, but more frequently translated as the Binding Blade.
Fire Emblem: The Binding Blade is that one. I try to use those names for the games to keep them more straight with people. Oh my goodness. To get rid of the ambiguity that comes when you say the US Fire Emblem game. Although I am okay with calling the first Fire Emblem game Shadow Dragon, even though that was technically the remake of it for for US audiences on DS. Well, I'll say US audiences. Did you see that? That was some smexy stuff right there. They need to do something about that terrible special. It's hard enough to hit anyone. Yeah. It's hard enough to hit anyone with that thing. And then when you do, you have to hold it down on them for like 10 seconds before they die. Whoa. I actually didn't expect that grenade to work. Alright, let's see if I can not suck here for a bit. I knew he was going to ride right up on top of my face. I was just hoping I could splat him before he splatted me? Splat. If the past tense of shit is shat, is the past tense of splat split? Like, is it reversed? Am I thinking about this too hard? Woo! What? How about that? That is on recording. I just think Bucket versus Charger at point blank range is nice. That's a solid, impressive victory by anyone's standards. That was not. There's a frog in the fireplace. How'd you get it? Do you have like frogs that get in your roof? Like how'd they get in the fireplace? Oh wait. That's a kappa. That generally means you don't mean what you mean. Give me your friend code so we can team battle. I'm going to let that sink in for 2 seconds because right now my friend code is at the top of the screen and it's larger than my face. So why are you asking for it? You can see my friend code, right? It's not like chopped off or anything. I tried. It used to be really small, and people used to complain they couldn't read it because even though it was fine and legible on computers, most people apparently watch this on their phones. So I made it gigantic, and I still have people come in and go, "Hey, what's your friend code?" And I'm like, I can't do any better than this. I'm trying to help you out. Invisibility Fiend. That's better than Invisibility Noob. There we go. Oh, I just started a match. Let me finish the match and then I'll accept your friend request because it will disconnect me from the internet. Come on, Preston. Don't be like that now. I don't understand how with that amazing, fantastic innuendo that Marina did with being invincible, with invincibility, you can watch your friends, you can spy on your friends as they ink their splat zones. The single greatest and probably most not subtle at all innuendo I have heard in a Nintendo game to masturbation ever. It blew my mind. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, I have to support this. I'm on Team Marina this game. I just can't imagine how people heard that and they didn't. They weren't the same way. Like, oh my god, that's amazing. So that's, I mean, really, to me, see, I guess that's the thing with me. When it came to the superpowers, I don't like either of them because there's both like huge problems with both of them. Firstly, flight, not good. I mean, bugs get in your teeth and stuff, and oxygen gets low at high altitudes. And remember, they didn't say you're Superman here and you don't need oxygen. They said you can just fly. Well, if I can fly, I can fly up to high altitudes where it gets freezing cold and I can die of hypothermia, right? There's issues with that. And then invisibility is bad because you can walk out. The problem with invisibility is not that you're invisible. The problem with it is that you're invisible to everyone else. And there's a lot of things that probably need to see you, including vehicles and cars and stuff that you can get run over by if you're invisible. That was bad too. So really I was like, I don't really want to pick any of these. These would not be superpowers I would have. If I could pick a superpower, I would probably pick super speed, like the Flash. Because, especially if I have it Flash-like, then I would have time travel going on. Anytime you see a character, a superhero with time travel, they're kind of overpowered. They're amazing. I just totally swing right off the edge. So we're losing terribly again because I'm talking. I would not be surprised if Nintendo came out and they said, look, guys, basically the whole reason this entire team is losing every Splatfest is because of Heath. Heath just comes in and ruins every match. And so we're banning Heath in this game. Yes, I know it's not all about me. But it kind of is. I mean, have you seen how bad my performance is? It's pretty bad. Man, you're gonna get hunted down by FBI if you're invisible. You can run away. Transquid. Yeah, but okay, you have to rap. But so that's what the Invisible Man did, right? He did wrap himself up. But there are certain points where you're trying to be sneaky, and you can still, like, you know, bad things can befall you if people can't see you still. That was a Halo match. What are you talking about? Oh, you're on the other team. Whatever. Unfortunately, I kind of agree with Preston. I fear that it's going to be a repeat of the last Splatfest, which is Team Invisibility will be the most popular, and Team Flight will have the best players, and they'll just run over us in both team battle and solo battle, which therefore gives them the victory. I kind of wish that was judged differently, but I understand there has to be. I understand there has to be 3 types of judgment, so there's an odd number. Because if we add a 4th one, then it's 4, and you can have a tie, and that's not what you want. But my problem with it is that 2 of those have to do with actual performance in the game of the players. And if you have players that are going to be good in solo, I think it's just unlikely that they're going to be also I think it's unlikely that they're going to be bad in team, or vice versa, right? I think people that put together really good teams are then going to say, okay, our team's broken up or whatever. We can't do team right now. I'll go play some solo for a bit, and they kick ass in solo. And so it almost always favors the players that are actually really good at the game. Which, you know, obviously people will argue, well, duh, Heath, shouldn't it? And I can't say, yeah, I can't say you're wrong. You know, get good is the thing, right? But I think it does kind of make. I think if it starts to make the Splatfest results predictable, or too predictable, then it harms the Splatfest, right? It takes away from the fun of it. You start to kind of not show up because you kind of know, okay, that one's gonna be the most popular, and so that means that one's gonna have the best players, and then all of a sudden, we don't have to hold the Splatfest anymore. We know what's gonna happen, and that's the whole reason you do it, right? What's the whole reason you do a football game or a baseball game or whatever? Because you have 2 teams and you want to see who wins, and no one's really sure until the game is played. But the way this is set up judging wise, you can kind of guess. I mean, it's Well, let me go check that friend request I almost forgot about. So you think Flight is more popular and more pro? Oh, no, you think Flight will win in popularity and Invisibility will win in battles. See, I was the opposite on that. Oh my goodness. You have opened a giant can of worms with that question, Eager. What's your favorite Wii game? And what's your favorite GameCube game? I have a rack, a triangular kind of rack with 3 columns on it that spins. Full one thing is full of GameCube games. I was a little kid as far as I was concerned during the GameCube era, so I didn't have a lot of money. And I didn't have a lot of games. When the Wii rolled around, I had a job and I bought games. And I got into collecting. So 2 of those racks are full of Wii games. I was one of the guys that continued to play the Wii all the way through to the end of his life cycle, going, this system is amazing. And when everyone else was like, this is a gimmick, I hate shaking this Wii remote, it's so dumb, I was still in the last years of the Wii going, I want another great shooter, you know. So I have there's a lot of Wii games on my list that I think highly of. I put one in the other day on my Wii U, because the Wii U can upscale Wii games and they don't look quite as bad as they would usually do on a 4K TV, whatever, or HD TV. And I was playing it going, this still holds up. This still feels really good. In fact, it feels kind of better than some games I've played on Wii U. And I chalk it up to that Wii remote and the either the IR or the Motion Plus aiming. I like the Motion Plus for motion controls, but I've noticed that when they go with Motion Plus, they seem to disregard IR for aiming, which I don't like, because I feel like the IR is a superior aiming method with the sensor bar than hoping to God your Motion Plus is right and having to press a button to reset it or take your controller and turn it upside down and put it on a table for like 10 seconds. It's very annoying. So, but still, I play those games. And I still think they're pretty good. Possibly jumping out at me. Let me accept this friend request before I forget it. Edoga. Hey, Edoga, I'll be right back into the game here in a second, because I would like to get to King before this ends. Damn it. Let me go grab these games. Right now I'm doing a Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles, because I've never played it all the way through. I played a little bit on 3D, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, 3DS, but I have the Wii version, and it has better resolution. So I'm streaming that one. It's just very slow going because I don't stream every day. If I streamed every day, I'd be fairly further in it. But I just some days have bad days. My head's not in the game. I can't do the stream. But give me 1 second. I'll be back. I'm bringing games with me here. I literally have a handful of Wii games, just Wii games. I didn't even go through the GameCube thing here. Possibly. Okay, so I really did dig. Everyone's gonna hate me for this. If you hate your team, then get out your 8-year-old. But you can get a sensor bar and an SD card off Amazon for like $5. Anyways. So everyone's going to hate me for this. Yes, it was flawed. Yes. It was very flawed. There's no way you can say it wasn't flawed. It wasn't, or that it wasn't finished. And I would blame it. I do think it's directly responsible for the hardcore developers abandoning the system very, very early on. Right? And going towards other games. Because I feel like if they had hit the swordplay right, and gotten the aiming to not be glitchy, we would have seen a quantum shift in, shooting fans play games on Wii because of the better aiming controls. But this was the game that everyone was watching for those better aiming controls, and they didn't finish it. They didn't bring it home. But it was a really fun story of the bodyguard that falls in love with the Yakuza boss's daughter, and they're gonna get married, and then the rival Yakuza clan leader kills her dad and kidnaps her as to hold a ransom, so he gets made leader of the clan. And you go on a one-man killing spree with a Japanese sword, a katana, and a gun. Made with Unreal Engine 2, I believe. The multiplayer, it had 4-player split-screen multiplayer. One of the few games that had that. And it was worth it. It was good. So I give it that. I say good on that one. The second game, and probably the first game to get it right, was Medal of Honor Heroes 2. Now you might be like, really, Heath? War game? Medal of Honor? War game? I mean, aren't those like the most bro kind of games there are? And I have Wii Sports. Oh, my screen went dark. This is the game that they previously the developers of this game made Medal of Honor games for PSP. So when they got their hands on the Wii, it was not, oh no, what do we, how do we work in the confines of the Wii's power? To them, it was a huge boost in power, and they got it looking pretty good. And they were the first ones to let you customize your dead zone, which is that is the point in which aiming stops and turning begins. When you're pointing towards the corners of the Wii remote, you can make that larger and smaller. That customization is what allowed everyone to get the right feeling for aiming with a Wii to them, and they had online play on it. Rocking game. I'm sure the servers are dead, but rocking game still. Well, yeah, because, and I can tell you why it went a huge thing to dead. Hackers. The game was very susceptible, just like any sort of Unreal Engine 2 running game on a server. And who published this? EA? From EA. Very susceptible to hackers. And also there was some lag issues. The Wi-Fi adapter inside of the Wii was not the best. And even using a wired LAN adapter, which I had, you could have some weird kind of player lag that just, like, someone shot you and then like 5 seconds later you died. And you're like, what? And so it died pretty quickly. One thing I really did like about the Wii was the resurgence of the rail shooter. And considering it was, you saw so many rail shooters come out for the system, I'm really shocked there was never a Star Fox for Wii. it would have worked so well. I don't know why they're acting like we don't know how to do it. Like, you point and shoot, you aim at the screen and you shoot what you're aiming at. Duh. Well, I don't know what they were talking about. But anyways, I think the first one that jumps out in everyone's head is Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, because it has a Resident Evil name on it. I think I have that somewhere. And there's a sequel to it they did. I haven't played either of those. What I have played is Dead Space Extraction, which is hella good. And possibly, and I won't say possibly, I will say definitively the most effed up game I've ever played in my life. House of the Dead Overkill. This game has the most effed up ending of anything I have ever seen. And I don't know how it was released. I don't know how, let me put it this way. I don't know how it got away with an M rating. It should have been AO. It really should have been AO. And for that reason, it has such a crazy little place in my heart, because I am one of these people that say, oh my God, it's a Nintendo game. It's for kids. Kids, it's for everyone. I'm a big grown-up kid, but I still think that the console, kind of gearing towards kids. And when I see something on the console, like inking your splat zones, that's clearly aimed at not kids, it blows my mind with excitement. I want it so bad. It's so good. And so that is a great game, even though it has some frame rate issues. Really fun. In the same vein, Platinum Games' first foray into the Wii was with Mad World. It's the same sort of deal, where it was very bloody, very gory, and the announcers in it were giving one-liners and jokes that were not meant for young ears. And it was hella fun still. The black and white is a pretty cool look. I actually, from what I understand, this universe and this character continued on a Platinum made game for PS3 or PS2, but it never returned to Wii. Let's see here. I do have some casual games. If you haven't played Steven Spielberg's Boom Blocks with friends, it's totally worth it. There's also a sequel that has just more stuff in it called Boom Blocks Block Party. But it's like Jenga. It's reverse Jenga. You got the weird physics-based towers of blocks, and you're throwing a ball at them, and you've got to knock the Jenga tower down. Or you're trying to knock out blocks without knocking out over the tower, is what it is. Or other modes. And it's pretty good. Let's see. Force Unleashed for Wii was made by an entirely different developer than the actual big games. But was probably the first game to actually do swordplay the way I was expecting it. In this game, this was a pre-Motion Plus game, by the way. It didn't have Motion Plus to it. But still, with this game, if you stabbed with the remote, you stabbed with your lightsaber. If you swung left, you swung left. If you swung right, you swung right. Up, down, same way. And you could string together and create your own combos with very precise lightsaber motion controls that the other games didn't offer you. So even though it was a graphically inferior game, it had that to it, which makes it a hell of a lot more fun. It had a local multiplayer with your friends, lightsaber battles, and it had, I think, 2 extra levels that were exclusive to this version of the game, with Sith Lords in them that you fought, and you didn't get them in the other games. So this is a game that's worth getting if you have a Wii and you like motion controls. I don't need to say anything more on that. Neither on this one. They're all givens. Even though I wish they had stuck with the original story, this really kind of showed that the Wii Motion Plus was where it was with swordplay, and still good. Just single player, and that way kind of disappointing. The second game to get aiming and shooting controls right. Online play okay, but maybe it just need more work. This was a much better game, Conduit 2, but they changed the actors, and so the new main voice is Duke Nukem, so it was a little jarring for me still. And the game took a more goofy turn, had more jokes in it. No More Heroes, y'all called it. It played weird. All games from Grasshopper play weird, but it was good. Desperate Struggle, the sequel. I'm trying to go through these. Okami, Zelda from Capcom, from basically also Platinum Games essentially. Good. You need to play it if you haven't. This is probably my favorite game on the system, and I think the most underrated game. It didn't sell all that well. And I think because of this game, or because of the game after it, this developer went under, and I was very sad they went under because they were very, very good at facial animation. They could get facial animation looking realistic on Wii, which was very impressive. GoldenEye, 007 remake. Amazing. Because it wasn't just a remake, it was a reimagining, and it was perfect for the modern shooter. And stealthy and everything like that. It's great. Fantastic game. And they're the same dudes that did... Same company. Dead Space Extraction and GoldenEye 007. So the awesome facial animations that are in this game is because they're from this company. Because of that, I think because of the game, the next James Bond game that came after it, they just couldn't get their money back. They were spending too much money making games, and they went under. They folded, which is very sad to me. But favorite Wii games. I want to stream all of them. Anyways, getting back to Splatoon. Now I got to put these all on the floor. Yeah, it's true. I got my Motion Plus with I want to say I got it with Red Steel 2. I might have got it separately. Who knows? And the Conduit ending was amazing. I played it and beat that terrible final boss for my friend just so we could see the ending, because I was like, I cannot wait for 3. I don't think 3 is ever going to happen. Back to Splatoon. I think I'm going to. I'm going to play No More Heroes, and I never beat Desperate Struggle, so I need to beat both of those before Travis strikes again. Pearl is a juggalo? Did I just read that right? Pearl is a juggalo. The new game announcement did get me hyped too. It was specifically what I read. One of the developers on Twitter said that it would be classic No More Heroes gameplay, but the setting would be... all the settings would be inspired by indie games from real life. Like, they didn't say this one, but I would imagine like Shovel Knight. Stuff like that. And I heard that and I went, oh my god, if that is true, this will be such an amazing game. I'm supposed to join on you, but I don't see where you are. Oh, here you go. Sheenus. Sheenus is joinable, Preston, not you. No, team, if we... Okay, well... We need more than just us for team battle, right? Else it's just going to be us two. Oh, so he did confirm Shovel Knight? Yes. I'm pumped by that. I kind of want to see what Shovel Knight looks like in the universe of No More Heroes, or actually rather, will he look like anything in those universes? But Preston, you realize that if you don't have anyone else coming to join us here, that it's just going to be you and me fighting, and I'm not down with that. Right? Sure. Yeah. This is why I was telling you not to do team. Because you need a full team of 4 to match other people. Else we will just be us ones finding each other. I'm disconnecting my system because I can't leave. And I'm not going to do a one-on-one. Oh, because Edgar, that wasn't my plan. I didn't set it up, Edgar. Can't join Sheenus. I'm just gonna go in the game, and y'all can join on me. Invisibility fiend. Oh my goodness. You know, I want to say I like this stage, but I suck at it. Might be highly reliant upon my grenades. I don't know. Whoa. Come on. See, look at this. How can I have point blank super weapon and was not hurt him? I feel like this needs to be a. This needs buffing. Oh, hi. Shy. So am I. If that makes sense. Not really shy. Full of anxiety. How about that? Which makes me appear shy. Damn it. No! Hello, Reaper. We're playing Splatfest, and we were talking a lot about Wii games, but we're back to playing Splatfest. Come on. It's right on them. How did you not die from that? Where's my teammates? I'm trying to shoot you. How am I? Doing pretty good. I'd be doing a lot better if I was winning. Might try a change of weaponry. Kletian. Kletian? What is up with that name? Kletian. Inking splat zones. I should paint houses for a side job. I don't know. I wonder if there's any money in that. It's probably pretty bad on your back, I'd imagine. And dangerous. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ben. Oh, and a friend request also. You got a point. Well, you know, you could call your home base your splat zone. Maybe. I haven't really tried using this yet. Good. No, it's a private battle, Preston. I disconnected. Because I don't want to do a private battle. I told you that 8 times. No, you couldn't. Once you get in there, you can't leave. You can't leave still. Car for YouTube. One of these days, I'll get into a match. You know, I never played a Kingdom Hearts game. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan. And I'm not a huge Disney fan. I mean, I like Disney movies. I'm not really... I don't have the sort of attachment to Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and all them that I would have to, let's say, Mario Brothers, something like that. So to me, it's just... It's a crossover of stuff that I don't care about. And therefore... Meh. There's a girl I knew in college that loved it, and I realized later on that she loved it because she loved Disney. And she loved anime. And they were crossovers of Disney and anime, so of course she loved it. How am I... Of course... Of course you bought every Kingdom Hearts game. And I don't like them. Of course. Why would we assume anything else? You ever heard of the quantum entanglement, when two subatomic particles become entangled so their spins are opposites of one another, but you don't know what that spin is yet, and you only find out, actually even the particles don't know what that spin is yet, because they exist in a state of, well, as we call it, superposition. But essentially it means they're in both states at once. But if you go to check with a measurement, you force the waveform of possibilities of superposition to collapse into one, because they can't be both, right? And so the funny thing about that is, what is that? It's weird. I haven't seen the bubble thing before. If you take one and then you entangle them, and then you put the other one on the other side of the universe, then they're both in a state of superposition. But then you force one to collapse and decide whether it has a left spin or a right spin. The particle on the other side of the universe, faster than the speed of light, will also collapse to have the opposite spin. So basically, if you have a particle on the other side of the universe that you don't know if it's left spin or right spin, but you have one in front of you and they're entangled, and you check it, and it says, "Oh, I'm left spin." Well, then you know that immediately the particle on the other side of the universe is right spin, faster than the speed of light can actually transfer that information. Which, for scientists, brings in the question of locality and whether we actually have locality in the universe on a fundamental level. But more importantly to me, I kind of feel like we're quantumly entangled particles. You know, if I like something, I can just kind of sit there and go, "No, it doesn't." And I just know. Because that's just how it is. That's how we are. We're quantum entangled particles. of opposites. Ah, okay. This is a really shitty... That can climb walls? Well, you hate Splatfest because people are playing publicly and they're not playing private. They don't want to. So this gun sucks. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I stuck with it, talking about quantum entanglement. Okay, is it just me? Is there a lot more communication errors during Splatfest than normal? Didn't get what today? I want this guy. YouTuber. Oh, any disconnects? Well, I'm getting a lot. I love how the friend requests always arrive right when I'm like trying to connect to the internet. Eat food. Food will arrive for me. I probably shouldn't eat it. Fat. Martha's okay. Well, Roy's my boy. So. Son of a monkey. I'm not gonna get the king at this rate. With all these disconnects. Yay! We got a team. Herbally. Dan 96 Kid. And Diego. Where's Dora? Where's Dora, Diego? Ink the most turf to win. Well, long time to charge with this, I forgot. Oh. Come on, really? In the air. Oh, come on. Oh, shikes. Where is everybody? Oh, come on. Here we go. See that? Bam. No, oh no. Hi. Woomy. Blue Woomy. Ouch. You're not gonna get this Samus one, Kirby? Aw, man. Princess Scarlet Lovelock-chan. That's a name. We are Ghost. Still losing. I'm broken down too. Hey, Wheelie's in here. Since when has Wheelie been in here? I haven't had this on my head to hear him talking. I wonder if they can hear you talking. Okay, here's my thing on my head. Can they hear you? Okay. You talk some more. That's nice. Hey, do you guys hear Wheelie talking on the stream? This doesn't sound like they do. They're going, hear who? What? Yes. Where is... Where is Discord? Yeah, since it launched. That bothers me. For mine, is sticky. I don't know why. I didn't spill anything on it, but the Y button is sticking. So now I'm trying to take the controller apart so I can wash it or something. I don't know what to do with it. And Nintendo, of course, has to add 2 screws that are practically inaccessible. Here's Discord. No, I'm sitting in the lobby. Yeah, because I'm not in battle yet. trying to find audio settings. Okay. User settings. Voice. Yeah, well, the stream. So it goes to both of them. Let's see. Speakers. So, okay. Now you should talk.
I am talking right now.
Yeah, now they can hear you.
Hey, everybody.
They should be able to hear you. Can they hear you as loud as me? Probably not.
Maybe not, but that's, you're the host.
Okay, I turned you up a little bit. Now I'm jumping into a match.
Sweet.
Team battle. No, I don't do team battle because I could never get enough people to do team battle. Need 4. And I'd have 2 here and then 3 with you, and then maybe a 4th with Preston. But Preston always makes his own rooms, and then it's private and stuff like that. And no, he makes the private battles.
Yeah.
Team battle and private battle are different. Yes, you hear multiple people. Inkblood Art Academy. Nicoletta. When you go and get yourself a computer with a nice mic.
Or a crappy one like me.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about you. I'm talking to you.
Oh. Yeah, I do need to get a nice mic.
Are you on your phone or on your computer?
Well, I'm on my phone, but I'm using like a Bluetooth headset. Yeah. And apparently I'm super loud.
It's a little better than the previous time you're playing, and I think you're on your phone. I thought you were on your phone at least. I could hear everything going on in your house.
Yeah.
So I figured you're on your phone.
Yeah, it was on my phone. It was a iPhone, like wired earpiece thing. So I guess the Bluetooth works better. It still says I can't join you.
Oh, probably because it's full. But when someone leaves, you'll see a join option. It's a problem with the fact that Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1 before it, but Splatoon 2 in even a more worse way, relies on person-to-person connections and not servers.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. And it's the main cause of frequent disconnect issues. The other cause is that there's something called tick rate, which is how often it checks for well, whatever the hell your opponents are doing on person-to-person connections, and the tick rate is the tick rate is half as often as it was in Splatoon 1. So the perception essentially of lag is potentially much more evident in Splatoon 2 than Splatoon 1. And don't really know why they thought that was a good idea. They thought it was a good idea at the time. Maybe it has something to do with the system being portable. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably the portability.
I splatted some soul.
Lord.
Great. I get a text message saying, "Hey, I'm unpopular, about to come in with your dinner, so you should wrap up whatever game you're playing." I'm like, I just got Wheelie in here.
I can wait. I can play some matches and get used to it while you eat.
Yeah. That's a good use of time. We might be on team losing team.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll still fight the good fight because we can't switch back.
Yeah. Oh, I got a new item for my shoes. I don't even know. Oh, special up. Yay. I'm gonna play another round here. And so if you can join me, go ahead.
Alright, yeah, I'll try.
Although it's not gonna let me.
Yeah.
Communication error has occurred. Of course it has.
You eat dinner very late.
Well, when do you eat dinner?
Like 5 or 6 o'clock p.m.
Yeah. I mean, that's the afternoon to me, so. I mean, we would eat at 7, ideally. But it's more often 8.
It's probably because I have little kids and they're like, they basically like be gnawing on her ankles by then.
Yeah.
But I'd probably still eat around then anyway. I don't know. It's probably why I snack so much at night.
Yeah.
I would have been on sooner, but I made nachos. So, you know, priorities.
Nachos. Maximum priority.
Yeah. They should have a Splatfest that's nachos versus popcorn.
You know what? I would not be surprised if they had something nacho related once. That feels really familiar to me.
It seems like Japan. I saw an announcement that they're having a McDonald's Splatfest. It's fries versus nuggets.
What?
Yeah,
I mean, we know who's gonna win that.
probably nuggets.
What?
I don't know. I'd nuggets.
You go nuggets?
Yeah, 'cause
When everyone gets French fries with their meals?
yeah, but sometimes the fries aren't salty and then they're garbage.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, like, fries are easy to screw up. Nuggets are always nuggets.
But are nuggets screwed up from the get-go, being that they're like combinations of all parts of the chicken?
Yeah, mechanically simple.
I'm gonna follow this person. Jeez.
Thank you, machine. Yes, apparently I still can't join you. That's okay. I'll start a team battle myself.
I wouldn't play team battle. I mean, maybe you can, but
Solo battle.
I don't think you're gonna match up with anybody being on your own.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of Switch pals, but none of them play Splatoon, I don't think.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. A lot of them bought a Switch so they could download the Japanese Monster Hunter.
Oh. Where'd you find these friends at then? Did you find them on the internet? Because I'm like the only person I know in person who knows what the hell Monster Hunter even is.
I know maybe 3 or 4 people that know what Monster Hunter is around here. But they don't own Switches. My online Pokemon friends love Monster Hunter. Apparently enough to play it in Japanese.
Oh, come on. Oh!
Hey, I'm not the only level 7 person here. Alright.
Level 7.
Yeah, he's
Oh!
probably like level 37 by now. You've also put way more hours into Breath of the Wild than I have. From what I saw.
I have?
Oh yeah,
Or you have?
you have. I mean, I put way over 150, but you had like 220 something.
I don't even know what mine is though. What's mine?
Well, that's what I just said. I was it was like 222.
Oh.
Pretty good.
You know, I got I'm the kind of person that I've noticed at least that in Breath of the Wild I like to talk to everybody, and a lot of my friends just fly through every environment as fast as possible, doing every dungeon. So, and I still haven't found everything in the game yet, which just goes to show how much of the game that they're missing, it seems. That's a crazy thought, Preston. What are you talking about? Preston asks, what if Pearl is actually an Octoling and Marina is an Inkling? That's not a thing. It's like saying, what if Pearl is actually black and Marina's white? It's not. Okay, I have the food has arrived, so I shall take a short break, and I will accept all these friend requests and eat the food as fast as possible and be back. Let's see. Add friends.
Oh, there you go. You're back. I couldn't hear you for a while there.
Japanese player. You know, I should put my name in Japanese next to my name in English. Because I have always, back when Splatoon 1 was the thing, Splatoon 1, it was a worldwide connection. And so you played a lot with Japanese players that wrote with Japanese letters. So whether it was Hatakana or whatever the other alphabet they have is, they would have their name in that, and I can't read that. So, and it's not like, okay, I'm going to get something big out of their name, like some hidden meaning or something like that. Like, obviously, I don't understand Japanese, but the point is, I don't even know how to pronounce their name. So I'd always just stare at these letters going, that guy is an ass. He killed me, or whatever. And Splatoon 2 seems to be more focused on region play, because I don't ever see Japanese names, except for this guy, who has sent me a friend request.
So what I hear you saying is that you want them to be say Heath is a jerk.
Yes, I want them to be able to pronounce my. Although they probably can, though, is the thing, because they're actually familiar with. I think what do they call it, Romaji. It's like they're familiar with the Roman alphabet.
Huh.
Because there's some words that just don't translate into their alphabet, like, well, 3DS, for instance. They don't have DS. They don't have an equivalent for it. They just use 3DS, the Roman letters and stuff for it. And they're familiar with the alphabet, so I figure they know how to say it. But we're the opposite. We have no reason to use any Japanese alphabet, so we can't say any of their names. And I did see a guy earlier while I was playing have his name Cone, and then next to it, like in parentheses, apparently, I guess, the same name in Japanese letters. And I was like, that's smart. We should all do that.
Right.
And they should do that too, so I can read with it. But anyways, I'm going to go eat real quick, and I'll be right back. I'm going to stop the stream for a little bit. Y'all can stick around. Y'all can play some games. Wait for me to come back. I'll be back as soon as possible. Oh, no.
All right, see you guys.
I might just stream the Sonic. I might just turn on Sonic Mania and let the opening cutscene just kind of play over and over again, because I do think that's a pretty cool thing. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
I have. I hear the music in that game's good.
Did you buy Sonic Mania yet?
No, not yet. Eventually.
Because I thought you were more of a Sega fan when you were growing up.
When I was growing up, yeah. I mean, it was kind of half and half. My older brother gave me a Genesis when he left, along with an NES.
Yeah.
So I kind of had, like, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Both, chocolate and vanilla. But yeah, I bought a lot of the Sonic games myself when I was little.
This feels exactly like a 16-bit generation Sonic game, and looks exactly like one too. I mean, he's the old, short, squatty Sonic before they redesigned him to have long legs and things. And so it's like it's weird because it's like this. I'm playing a virtual console game, but then you realize it's in widescreen, and it looks pretty sharp and clear, and you go, oh crap, this is like Shovel Knight Sonic.
I've heard nothing but good things.
It's they finally, and Sega decided that they just don't make as good games. Sonic Team does not make as good games as the fans do in their fan-made games, and so they finally said, fine, we'll just take all this money that we would have given the Sonic Team and give it to the fan people and have them make a game.
They're smart.
The new boss of Sega is smart. I mean, when he came in, he was like, so we've sucked for like the past decade, and one of the reason is that we don't have any sort of decent quality assurance to make sure that the products that we're putting out don't suck, and I'm going to change that, and I apologize. And that was the last I heard from him. And I think Sonic Mania is really the first project that he put into motion.
Well, yeah, it sounds like was busy getting to work and actually destroying their entire company.
Yeah, it's and then the Sonic Force is coming out in November, so
yeah,
hopefully
I don't
that
know
one's
about
good.
That one.
I mean, I'm cross my fingers that it's going to be good, but we'll see. The funny thing is that everyone hates the Sonic Boom games, and from what I can tell, the cartoon is hilarious because the cartoon is like it's almost like it doesn't think kids are going to be watching it. It's like it's aimed at adults, and it's telling all these self-aware jokes about, you know, all these terrible fan-made Sonic creations on DeviantArt and stuff, and how they're going to be canceled. So you probably should start an internet petition to bring back season 3. And like they're saying that in like the last episode of season 2. it's like, oh my god, it's a hilarious show. But in any case, yeah, they moved the boomerang, so it will die a sad death. Kirby says.
Sad.
Anyways, I'm gonna fire up Sonic Mania, and I'm just gonna go eat real quick and be back.
Bye.
Bye.
He's going to eat now. You know, the problem is that he has to eat. If he would just, like, you know, starve himself, it'd be really great. Feeding to him would be good. Or like that Cartman thing where they're like, "Mom, give me more burritos." That'd be cool. Talk about speed. talked about nachos. Did you watch all of it? No. I missed some. Should have got the, was it computer monitor or monitor? Computer monitor. In the work room, I should have taken that out earlier. The screen. Put it in, its room here. Probably gonna grab that separate group. Man cave. Game. We can just use debit card too, babe, if we have to.
Yeah.
Like I said, we aren't like that tight. I'm gonna go try and set the washer dryer.
people, back from dinner. I've been playing Sonic opening on loop. But we shall now continue. Not with Sonic, but with Splatoon 2 Splatfest. Woo! Hey, Zelda Champion and Tony the Inkling. What happened? Well, I had to go eat dinner. Now I'm back. Woo! That's quick. That was a quick update to multiplayer maps. Almost out of Invisible Fiend. And then I'm what? Defender, and then there's Champion, and then there's King. Got a long way to go. The funny thing is, I actually lost a viewer just now. Like, while Sonic was playing, everything's fantastic. And then I came back to start actually playing a little Splatoon. People were like, nah. Gamer944.